In other developments, the Philippine Post Office issued a warning to the general public urging them to avoid scams or deceptive phone calls from people acting as postal employees. The post office announced in a public advisory that it will never contact its customers for any type of financial transaction. They said that scammers are configuring calls to seem to belong from the Postal Corporation's customer service hotline 028288-7678 by utilizing techniques in voice over internet protocol and other systems for this purpose. The warning was issued after 3 private persons recently visited the Cebu Post Office to ask about the suspicious phone calls, which were later determined to be cloned calls with an end view of extortion. The post office urged the public to stop providing personal information over the phone to prevent falling victim to scams. The composition of the 5-man committee investigating the records of the highest-ranking police officials who are now considered to have resigned is expected to be completed within a week. Here's Max Degaspi for the full report.
Azurin hinted that the panel is nearly finished without providing any additional details. Earlier, Interior and Local Government Secretary Benhur Abalos Jr. named retired Police General and Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong to the panel. Azurin refused to identify other committee members because they are still awaiting President Marcos's approval. He stated that the number of police officers who have yet to submit their courtesy resignations stands at 11, with 942 already responding to Abalos' appeal to expedite the process of weeding out police officers involved in the illegal drug trade. According to the PNP chief, 3 of the 11 are retired police generals. When it comes to General Azurin Jr., said he has yet to see a recommendation from the Internal Affairs Service to dismiss Rodolfo Mayo Jr., the anti-narcotics officer whose arrest in October last year resulted in the seizure of 990 kilos of shabu valued at 6.7 billion pesos. Mayo's arrest was one of the considerations that urged Abalos to call for the third-level police officers to resign courtesy. For Golden Nation Network, this is Max Legaspi.
Airline company Cebu Pacific shares that it is excited to fly with every who won and expects to fully recover this 2023. Here is the full story. Sending good news to every who won, Cebu Pacific is happy to announce that it has restored 100% of its pre-pandemic capacity, with all domestic and international flights resuming this March. Cebu Pacific shares its positive recovery plans as it declares its full restoration of flights. The airline company reported that it has officially brought back all of its local pre-pandemic routes and will finally resume all of its international flights beginning on March 2023. As it aims to connect passengers with more destinations after 3 years of pandemic, Cebu Pacific is continuously increasing the frequencies of their global flights, including Bangkok from 14 to 18 flights weekly, Brunei from 2 to 4 flights in a week, Sydney from 4 to 5 weekly, and Guangzhou from 1 to twice a week flights. In March, the airline company will also fully resume its post-flight destinations due to the coronavirus disease in Melbourne and Macau, which will have 3 flights in a week, and Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Xiamen with 1 flight weekly. Asked on what is the most important lesson that he learned on the disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, President and Chief Commercial Officer Sander Lau shared that it was to make tough decisions, noting that these choices has allowed the company to come back stronger.
It really is tough. I think the tough choices that the team made and when we were going through the entire future size and shape or transformation exercise, one of the things we said was everyone really has to contribute, whether it's our customers, our employees, our shareholders, government partners. Everyone really did contribute. We were probably one of the few airlines in the world not to undergo a restructuring exercise. So what are the lessons? Everything's relative, and you really have to make the tough choices. And when you do, you gotta live with them and ultimately pivot if it's wrong.
Additionally, to address passenger demand, Cebu Pacific is set to receive 10 brand new plane units this year, with 3 A320neo, 3 A321neo, and 4 A330neo. The airline will also offer a special seat sale from January 27 to 31, 2023, allowing its passengers to fly internationally for as low as 499 pesos one-way base fare. For Golden Nation Network, this is Jasmine Cacho. Students of Makati Elementary School gathered for the turnover ceremony of tumblers and AB 5.0 rubber shoes by Mayor Abby Binay. Deniza Lopez covers the full report. Makati City Mayor Abby Binay leads the distribution of new release 5.0 rubber shoes and tumblers to students here in Makati Elementary School.
Elementary students gathered for the turnover ceremony of Makati City Mayor Abby Binay at Makati Elementary School. The mayor said that they change the design every 2 years and that the newly released Air Binay or AB 5.0 rubber shoes is different in design compared to previous models.
Maraming difference. Yung color, yung style, but essentially I think yung color is the difference.
According to Mayor Abby Binay, there is enough allocated budget for the tumblers and shoes that were distributed. However, the mayor was also concerned regarding the selling of the supplies by the students, where they implemented the strict rule of making AB shoes as part of the students' uniform.
Hindi, actually yun, hindi namin alam kasi, di ba, meron kaming supplier pero meron kaming agreement with them that they cannot sell the rubber shoes. Kasi alam naman namin na minsan pinagkakakitaan kasi nga libre, pero sana maintindihan nila na this is a benefit.
Moreover, the mayor only desires for the students to study hard as they are consistent in giving free school supplies and free uniforms that was also done in the administration of his father, Jejomar Binay.
Yung tumbler was also an initiative of my administration. This is our second time that we are going to distribute yung tumblers.
Mayor Abby Binay also said that the release date of new model is possible by 2025. For Golden Nation Network, this is Daniza Lopez.
According to the Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA, the nation's economy grew by 7.6% in the third quarter of 2022. Despite the fact that the PSA initially reported that the third quarter's gross domestic product or GDP growth would remain at that rate, the data agency stated that the changes were observed in all industries, with the exception of public administration and defense and compulsory social activities. For the growth of net primary income from the rest of the world, the PSA said that this was revised upward to 95.1% from 94.6%. Sports updates. A new national swimming tournament for children aged 6 to 17 years old is set to begin next month with 10 local government units from Manila, Visayas, and Mindanao participating. The event, dubbed Langoy Pilipinas by swimming coach and event organizer Darren Evangelista, is aimed not only at school-based teams, established swimming clubs, but also for less privileged children and out-of-school youth. For entertainment news, media personality and hotel heiress Paris Hilton announced in a heartwarming post the birth of her first child with husband Carter Ryu. Hilton shared a photo of her newborn baby grasping her thumb in an Instagram post. Hilton captioned the photo on Instagram with a blue heart emoji and said, "You are already loved beyond words." And here's a recap of today's headlines.
Here are today's headlines. Philippine Egg Board blames increasing feed cost for price surge. COMELEC aims to finish 2023 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan election preparations in May. President Marcos Jr. pushes for passage of Magna Carta for barangay health workers. House of Representatives approves 10 of 20 priority bills. PSA says Philippines' GDP is still at 7.6%, net primary income revised upward at 95.1%. National swimming competition for children Langoy Pilipinas set to launch on February. Fair and balanced news, comprehensive reports that will take you to the heart of the action. This is News Force.
And those were the top stories of the day. Stay updated on the day's biggest stories. Get updates on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Golden Nation Network. I am Jasmine Cacho, and this is News Force.